Hello, my name is Charlotte, and I'm a teacher from Cambridge. I have a channel, an English teaching channel, to help you with your English anyway, improving the specific types of skills. So I run this channel just to yes, kind of help you with the different types of skills. Of course, you can always take a class with me, and I have my website, which is on Facebook, and you can book with me there. It is in the link on the About section. Anyway, so let's continue. Today, I'm going to be talking about conversational English, how you can improve your conversational English and yes, and get there to the state where you're really confident in your conversation. So yes, we're going to learn how to improve our abilities to participate in English conversations with 3 simple steps. So listening is the first one. Listening, why is it important? One of the most important things you can do is to improve your listening skills. Basically, if you can't follow what's being said, you won't be able to say anything. Yes, so you can do this in 2 ways. Yes, because yes, you have to understand to reply, and that's really important. So by improving your general listening skills, you could do this by listening to MP3s from yes, podcast channels, films, music, TV shows in English. Just let the language wash all over you, and don't worry too much about understanding it all. You need to get used to the sounds of the language. So yes, it's all about the sounds which you hear from these different sources. So yes, by analyzing conversations is the next tip in listening. So analyzing actual conversations. So listen for the gist, the first, yes, what's happening in the context of it all, for a general understanding of the conversations. Then listen again and follow. Yes, there are textbooks out there, especially at Cambridge, where you can actually do that. You can listen to the conversation, listen again, and they have audio scripts to see how the language is actually being used. So remember, in a real conversation, you won't understand everything, and that is true in any type of language as well. You just need to understand and listen out for the key words, yes, which will help you build the context. So the verbs, the nouns, the adjectives, etc. So it will help you shape a yes format story of what is being said. So number 2, to memorize useful phrases. So to help with your actual speaking, you need to memorize useful phrases. So learning these by heart, you will really help you when it comes to speaking. Yes, because those phrases will come in and out automatically. So for example, if you learnt the following key expression by heart, it'll help you to make lots of other similar expressions simply by replacing any of the words. So, key expression, he told us to take the money. Yes, that's the expression, replace the verb. So we're replacing the verb here. He told us to leave the money. Or we're replacing the subject in that same sentence. They told us to take the money. And the last one, replacing the object, they told Sam to take the money. As you can see, yes, you can practice this by simply replacing any of the words. So the great thing is that from one phrase, you may make lots of other phrases simply by changing the verbs or the words. You can find these useful phrases in conversations or other texts, especially in the Cambridge textbooks anyway. And yes, also in other materials. Online, there's a whole host of things online that you can be exposed to, and yes, the online world has lots of resources for you for this purpose. So listen and repeat. So another way to help you with general speaking is to do this: listen and repeat activities. They may seem to be a bit boring or pointless, but it's actually a hugely effective way to learn. It's like practicing for a driving test by driving in an abandoned airfield. So it's like, yes, you aren't doing real driving on the road, but you're practicing the act of driving, and it will help you when it comes to doing the real thing. So the same is true of speaking. In order to do this, simply take a recording of an article or a conversation and play one sentence or phrase. So stop the recording and repeat what they said. Yes, keep doing this until you can do it fluently and automatically. Yes, it's a memorizing. So this is also great for your pronunciation as you practice pronouncing the words correctly as they are. And very soon you'll have a lot of useful phrases you can use in real conversations. So that is a great way to practice conversation and yes, especially phrases specifically. So what else do we have in English? What other things can help us with our conversations? So, yes, don't worry about making mistakes. Actually, the whole thing is really, yes, it's a really good thing to talk about because a lot of people worry about making the mistakes. But if you don't make a mistake, you won't ever learn. Learning is about making mistakes too. It's being not afraid to fail, and yes, and just going through it and not giving up anyway just because you made a mistake. And yes, and that's the kind of attitude that any English student really needs to believe that they can do it, they can learn English. So if you listen to any native speakers in casual conversations, you'll notice that they don't speak in perfectly formed, grammatically correct sentences. So yes, it can happen. You might see that even a native speaker might get some words muddled up anyway. So just listen to just listen anyway to people on the street, yes, and conversations. You might notice actually that what I just said before. So keep it short and simple. Yes, try to be direct about it. So use simple English sentences with the language that you know and the phrases that you've memorized. So don't try to overcomplicate it straight away. Anyway, and it's much easier to talk with somebody and be just direct about it anyway. So it's a really good way of practice. Yes, and it really helps you to get your point across anyway as well. So keeping it short and simple is a great way to practice the language, yes, in conversation. So of course you could try to experiment, yes, but to make it easy for other people, you should use simple, short, easy to understand sentences and speak as slowly and clearly as necessary so that people can understand you. Well, that's true as well. It's really, like I said before, yes, even English people prefer to use really direct conversation. So they can be understood too, because sometimes, yeah, sometimes people get too wordy with the sentences and stuff, and they don't reach the point for about 5 minutes. So it's better be clear about things. So the next thing, motivate the speakers. So participate in conversation and show that you're following things. So in order to do this, you can do some of the following short phrases. So you can go, really? I know. Oh no. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, incredible. So yes, you can use short phrases to really like emphasize things in the conversation when you really want to, really be surprised and show people you're participating. It's really great. Interjections, actually, the more so interjections. So now we have invent if necessary. This is another one you can do, invent. So if you forget a word, don't stop talking. Yes, keep on continuing. Simply try to explain. Well, in this case, you have to also, yes, do continue, obviously, and try to explain what it is if you're really stuck. So, for example, if you can't think of a word like a hammer, say the thing you use for hitting nails into the wall. Yes, they might even volunteer the word for you, so you know what it is. So it's a way where you can learn from them as too, And yes, never be afraid to make mistakes, because mistakes make you a better student, make you a better English student, so that you can learn. And also just believe in yourself. So that's my that's my tips for improving conversation. And I hope you've enjoyed this little speech. This on YouTube. And if you would like to if you would like to visit my website, it's in the About section. Links, it's Facebook. And also, all my videos are on there too. And yes, if you'd like to comment on my link here, that's perfectly fine. So I will see you later. This is bye for now from Cambridge, and see you later.